You say what you want to achieve. You talk about what you'll do next. It's important to talk so that people can hear and understand you. But you're losing power when you do that. Each and every word you say is a deal. Most of the time, you're giving up power for approval. The Stoics said that this kind of noise was bad. Epictetus said, if you want to get better, be happy with being seen as stupid and foolish. Why? Because people get quiet wrong. People think it means they are weak, but it's actually one of the best signs of control and strength. Speech is the mirror of the mind, Seneca said, but your mouth is a mess when your mind is too. And in a world that is obsessed with too much media, being quiet is a form of protest. The quiet ones? They move in a different way. They win in different ways. Come with me as I explain why silence wins. Let's get the edge back. 1. Silence protects your power. As soon as you tell people what your ideas are, they start to change them. They judge, criticize, and make you question. You stop being in charge of the story. Aristotle said, the more we value things we can't control, the less control we have over them. Giving up is sharing. Giving everyone your story and letting them write the ending is what it means. You stay in charge when you don't say anything. People can't get ready for your next move because they don't know what it is. They can't mess it up. Even more importantly, they can't take away the energy that you need to carry out your plan. Keep the cue. Keep your plan secret by being quiet. Say only what the findings say. You need to realize that most people aren't ready to handle your desire. When you talk, you give them something holy, your inner fire. They don't handle it the way you do. They laugh, ask questions, or act like they back you, but they really want you to fail. Why? Because your growth makes them less safe. Your growth makes them think of how stuck they are. So you invite infection without even realizing it. You let the wrong energy into your dream. It's also harmful even when it's not meant to be. Small comments like, "That's going to be hard," or "I don't think that's possible," can make someone question. Also, doubt kills slowly. You start to doubt your own sight. You start to change your plans to meet their needs. Your dream will be gone before you know it. It's a watered-down version meant to make other people feel better. Epictetus once said, "Hide your improvement in philosophy. Let others find it when it's clear to see." Seriously, think about that. Stoics didn't write about their progress. They didn't say anything about changing. They focused on just being, not on doing something. It's the results that matter, so they let them talk. Each time you talk about your goals, you let go of some stress. The truth is that you're not doing anything. You're wasting power. Planning something doesn't help you get it done. It just makes you feel good about yourself. Ego wants things and is greedy. Before the work is done, it wants to be praised. Credit is needed before proof. If you want to be really scary and useful, then shut up. Allow your quiet to build tension. Allow your quiet to build up. Turn into someone that no one sees coming until it's too late. Pay attention. Don't move around. Be quiet like a soldier behind enemy lines. And when the time comes, let your death explode like thunder. Not a warning. There was no show, not much impact. That's strong power. 2. Mystery makes you magnetic. People can guess what you're going to say more and more. It feels less useful to be there the more you share. What people can't read interests them. You turn into a puzzle that no one can solve when you stay quiet. The founder of Stoicism, Zeno of Citium, thought that deeds were more important than words when it came to showing virtue. It's the same here. Your quiet makes things tense. It makes you curious, which makes people pay more attention. When the quiet man comes into a room, everyone turns around. It's not that he said something, but that he didn't. They'd like to know what you think. They need to know what you're going to do next. And that wish, that pull, that's strength. That's having power. Talk less. Interested more. In a world full of constant stimulation, mystery is hard to find. Everyone is posting, tweeting, and discussing everything. They're willing to give their time for free. The man who doesn't, though? When a person holds their thoughts like weapons, controls their feelings, and moves with calm intensity, they change. He stops being reliable. On the inside, we should be different in every way, but on the outside, we should look like everyone else, Seneca once said. So, don't show off your fire. Put it away. Just don't say everything you think. You give up the upper hand when you do that. People will lean in to read you if you don't do that, though. Figure it out. Just to think, it gives you power that you're thinking. People will respect your space if it's mysterious. When they're around you, they watch what they say. They play around with other people, but not with you. You are not tested in the same way. Why? Because they don't know what you can do. You could laugh, you could hurt them, you could say nothing. What about that uncertainty, that pause in their step is what gives you the edge? People fill the space with their own thoughts when you're mysterious. And your mind always makes you seem bigger than life. No one can guess your moves or hear your stories. You become the man with the stories, thoughts, and cracks that no one else has. You don't try to get attention. You tell it to be quiet. Stop telling people how you feel. Don't talk about your past anymore. Not anymore are you giving away your plan. Let people be curious. Let them be obsessed. Let them make up stories about you. They win, and you don't even have to say a word. 3. Talking destroys momentum. Your brain does something bad to you. It's so sneaky that you don't even know you're falling for it until it's too late. Your mind treats you like you've already reached your goal when you talk about it. For example, I'm going to write a book, I'm starting a business, or I'll be in the best shape of my life. Feel the dopamine. You're proud of yourself, paid for, feeling good. You haven't done anything, though. You just took a deep breath of the false idea of growth. The bug is in the biology. You get the prize without having to do anything, not with a repeat, not having to feel pain. So your fire goes out before it even gets hot enough to flame. The need to talk takes the place of the need to do. Without actually getting anything done, you feel like you have. That's why Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy. Take it on. In other words, don't talk. Get moving. You don't need praise for what you want to say. You should be proud of your achievements. The Stoics were not actors. They were doers. It's true that every breath counts when you're climbing a mountain. It takes energy to do every step. Why would you shout, "Hey, look at me," every 10 feet? That pause throws off the beat. That noise makes it hard to focus. That ego trip slows things down. Quiet is the sound of real growth. It's rough. It can't be seen. It's getting up at 4 a.m., the time spent behind the scenes. The days when you show up, even though no one is looking or caring. In silence, Marcus Aurelius wrote in his diary every night to hold himself responsible. He did this not to get likes or admiration, but to see his flaws in the mirror. He said, "A poor person is not one who doesn't have enough, but one who wants more." What does a man who wants attention do? He talks too much. He wastes his energy by trying to get acceptance when he could be using it to take charge of his work. The easiest way to let go of your goal is to talk about it. You get something for free. But being alone is how you grow. It's dark when you bang. You don't say anything. You look out for your job like it's holy, which it is. You don't have to give a speech, no other things. Let other people say what they plan to do. Let them share their new journey on the web. Allow them to look for approval. You build. in peace, fire-wise, having a passion, with no way out, because progress doesn't need to be announced when it's real. It just hits, like thunder. The world is still not sure where the storm came from. 4. Your words should be weapons, not noise. People pay attention when a man who doesn't say much finally does. He has trained his words to be like guns. Each and every line hits the mark. Every word cuts deep and leaves a mark that lasts for a long time. The difference between his quiet and what he says makes what he says more powerful. You lose that weight when you talk a lot. Your voice blends in with the background noise, becoming just another sound in the crowd. But if you pick your words well, people will remember you. It is great to know the season for speech and the season for silence, Seneca said one time. Surely he knew that being wise doesn't mean saying everything that comes to mind. You can do that if you know when not to talk. How to be present and let your deeds, words, and intentions speak for themselves. Words have a lot of power, but you need to be careful when you use them. They lose their power the more you use them across the board. To picture this, think of a soldier who fires his gun at anything and everything without thinking. He won't have to wait long before the bullets run out, leaving his enemies standing and unhurt. The same thing happens when you talk too much. Your speech changes. It makes you less powerful and spreads out your energy. This was clear to the Stoics. They didn't go on and on about nothing. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote about how he thought about things alone and let them settle before sharing them. He picked his words carefully, and when he spoke them, they were clear and powerful. Every word he wrote was a shout, not a whisper. He didn't waste time trying to be heard. He only spoke up when it was important. You become a voice in the crowd, a blip on the radar, when you talk too much. But when you talk with purpose, when your words are few and well thought out, you become a powerful person. People remember the man who only talks once but changes everything. People remember the quiet person who tells the truth when no one else can. Being clear about what needs to be said is more important than adding more words. Every word should be used for something. Each word or term should be sharp enough to cut through the noise. So be careful about picking your times. Don't talk just to break the silence. Don't talk just because you want to. First, let your silence do its thing. Strength, wonder, and power should be the building blocks of your life. When you finally speak, make it count. Make sure every word you say counts, so people know you don't waste your voice, you use it as a tool. 5. Oversharing weakens your image. We've been led to think that being honest is a virtue in and of itself in this age of openness and sharing everything. That letting out all of your feelings is a sign of power. That's not how the Stoics saw honesty, though. They knew that being truly strong doesn't mean letting everyone know about your deepest problems or your feelings as they are. Being calm, having self-control, and keeping some parts of yourself secret are what make you truly strong. Truthful doesn't mean open. You don't have to tell everyone everything about your life to be real. This is an important difference. The Stoics thought that showing the world your wounds made you weaker. People can take advantage of your weakness and take away your honor. They don't have to know how much pain you're in. The way you carry it is what counts. Marcus Aurelius wrote every day in his Meditations, "Don't waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Take a stand." That's how Stoics think. Don't keep going over things. Don't look for approval. You don't have to blame yourself for your pain or explain your path. Your actions speak louder than what you say. When you share too much, you let everyone see your flaws, and the world is quick to judge and use people. People will no longer think of you as strong and stable. They'll think you're weak and need their help. And you lose your power as soon as they see how weak you are. You lose your magic. Being quiet is a sign of real power. It means being able to handle pain and struggle with ease. It means being ready to heal in silence. Knowing that not everyone needs to know about your struggles in order to recognize your strength is wise. You don't have to suffer for other people. You owe it to yourself to never give up on getting above it. He who is brave is free, said Seneca. When you share too much, other people can decide what happens in your story. When you let them see the cracks, you give them the power to decide how people see you. But you get that power back when you stay calm. You choose what kind of person you are, how you heal, and when you share. Stay close to your pain. Allow yourself to heal at your own pace. Your strength doesn't need people to see it. It needs to be quiet, and that's when real respect is shown. Your quiet strength and the way you handle life with unshakable calm will draw people to you. That is the picture that makes people respect it. 6. Plans should be executed, not explained. Telling people what you're going to do is pointless. Which person do you want to impress? The talkers practice their play in front of a crowd. But who are the winners? Before the curtain goes up, they don't do their act, and they take over the stage when they do. There is something very wrong with always telling people what your plans are. Feeling like you need approval so badly that you need everyone to know what you plan to do before you even do it. In fact, though, people don't care about intentions. They care about results. And if you spend too much time planning what you're going to do, you lose the drive you need to do it. Stoicism isn't about telling everyone about your theory. It's about living by it. The founder of Stoicism, Zeno of Citium, said, "Well-being is attained by little and little, but it is still no small thing." The Stoics knew that talking about progress doesn't really make it happen. Instead, small, deliberate acts that add up over time do. Every choice and every step is like a building block. But there's quiet in that building. Your plans are holy. Don't give them to people who don't deserve to hear them. Think about it. When you talk about your goals, you lose some of the drive that you need to keep going. Giving the plan away for free to anyone who asks takes away from its magic. Make what you do the most important part of the story instead. Let your work do the talking. Your plans are just for you and your own goals. When you talk about them, don't do it with people who don't understand how heavy they are. People who don't want to walk your journey with you don't need to hear about it. Seneca had a deep understanding of this idea. It is not that we have little time to live, but that we waste a lot of it, he wrote. It's a surefire way to fail to waste time describing what you'll do. Talking takes up time that you could have used to do something. The people who really win in life aren't the ones who talk about their next big move. They're the ones who quietly work day after day to build something that will stand on its own. It's no longer time to talk. The time to kill has come. The world should see what happens, not how it's done. Set up in quiet. Be careful when you strike. When you finally do something, it won't just be a show. It will be a masterstroke. That's how you really own the stage. 7. Listening is a superpower. When you listen quietly, you take in everything. What people want to do, their fears and doubts, where they can't see. Often, the loud people who dominate talks are telling a lot more than they know. The more they say, the more clues we have. Everything that goes wrong or isn't watched is a piece of the picture. But people who listen, those who stay quiet and watch, learn things that other people didn't even know they were giving away. This is a powerful ability. This idea was deeply understood by Epictetus, the great Stoic scholar. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we talk, he said. This is not just a matter of being polite, it's also a matter of planning. In any meeting or room, the person who talks the most shows where they are weak and what they don't understand. They talk so that people will listen, but they give away more than they know. You are not only hearing words when you listen, you are also listening for goals. You're picking up on what's not said, what's left out, and what's tipped off between the lines. You're getting information. People around you are wasting time trying to talk over each other, but you're quietly gathering the information you need to make the right choice at the right time. It's often the difference between success and failure in work, relationships, and everyday life. A lot of people talk to show off, fill the void, or defend their stance. The really strong, though, know that words are only one part of the puzzle. Their ears are open. They realize. They wait until it's just right to act. Marcus Aurelius lived a life full of power and strife, but he was known for being able to listen before he spoke. He knew that every moment of silence was a chance to think, reflect, and make plans. He didn't speak quickly to make a lot of noise. He listened so he could understand. And when he spoke, each word and phrase was carefully chosen, and what he said had weight. Hearing isn't the only thing listening does. It also teaches. You can learn things that other people miss when you listen. You find out what people really want and what they're afraid of. What they don't say tells you the truth. That information then gives you the biggest edge. So don't try to talk faster than everyone else. Learn it better. Let other people use up their energy while you quietly take the puzzle pieces they're giving you without realizing it. Once the time comes, you'll be able to make the most of it. You'll have the whole picture, the knowledge, and the plan you need to act precisely. When it comes to life, those who talk the most are often the ones who don't know the most. The ones who pay attention, they are in charge of everything. 8. Silence disarms manipulators. Manipulators love it when things respond. They make you feel uncomfortable, push your limits, and do things on purpose to get under your skin. They poke and prod you until they feel an uptick in you. Then they use that uptick against you by using your emotional outburst as weapons. So why is there silence? Not speaking gives them nothing. No way to use emotions. No power. Because it shows their tricks back to them without saying a word. It's the best defense against trickery. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events." If you understand this, you will be strong. When someone provokes you, your quiet is the most powerful thing you can do. You can stay in charge without giving up any mental energy this way. It shows that you won't play the manipulator's game. When you respond, they win. But you win by being quiet. It's easy for manipulators to play on people's feelings. They know that when they hurt you, you'll feel afraid, angry, guilty, or frustrated, which can make you feel weak or like you have no control. The Stoics, on the other hand, knew that reacting doesn't give you power. Real power comes from being able to control yourself. When you don't let someone bother you, you're in charge. You can't be moved. They can scream, shout, or push buttons, but you don't move. You take away their power by choosing quiet. Their attempts to get you to feel bad don't work on you. They can't control someone who isn't interested. They can't control someone who doesn't react to what they say. They have nothing but their own empty plans to use because you are silent. Another thinker who shared this idea was Epictetus, who said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." Your point of view is what gives you power. You can choose not to interact with someone if you think they are trying to control your feelings. They lose their power. They could try to make things worse, but you're already out of the game. The worst kind of trickery is when someone gets you to react emotionally to their chaos. It takes away from their happiness when you stay quiet. You keep your cool and stay in charge. You're not going to follow their rules. You have to react for the manipulator to have power over you. If you don't respond, they have no power over you. Make them loud. You do not move. Allow them to act out. You don't float. Restraining someone is what gives you power, not responding. You find real strength in the quiet, and when the manipulator's plan goes apart, you'll still be standing, proud and unharmed. 9. Quiet confidence beats loud insecurity. Take a look at the revered guys in history, the ones who made a mark that will last. They didn't yell. They didn't try to get your attention. They didn't think it was necessary to tell everyone how valuable they were. They walked instead with quiet confidence, and their deeds spoke louder than any words could. They only spoke when they had to, but when they did, what they said meant something. It's not fear, it's control. People with this kind of confidence don't need to shout it because it comes from a much deeper trust in their own worth. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who desires more. That is poor, said Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, which describes this idea exactly. When a person wants more, like approval, attention, or recognition, he is not poor in money, but in heart. External praise can't fill that kind of sadness. An unquenchable need for praise makes the person restless and always looking for something else. A man who knows his own worth, on the other hand, doesn't look for anything. He doesn't ask for approval or praise. Because he already knows what everyone else knows, he doesn't tell everyone about his every move. He has value in and of himself. So, he goes through life without any need to show anything to anyone, which makes him feel calm and sure. People are drawn to this kind of quiet confidence. It draws people in not because of loud announcements, but because of the quiet power that comes from someone who knows exactly who they are. Walking with quiet confidence means you don't have to look for praise. People will notice you even if you don't say a word. In a world full of noise, respect is given to the man who can be quiet and doesn't need to make noise all the time. People pay attention to the man who only talks when it matters, when what he says has weight. He doesn't have to say anything to prove his worth. His deeds speak for themselves. Stop trying to get praise. Don't ask for attention. Confidence that is quiet always beats fear that is loud. A man who knows what he's worth doesn't have to yell. He just moves. The world moves with him. 10. Power respects silence. When it comes to power, silence is the best. Not only is there no sound, but there is also control, self-awareness, and calm. There's no need to shout to be heard when you have this strength inside you. This was how the Stoics lived their lives. Instead of trying to get respect, they focused on building a strong center. For them, being determined was more important than being seen. And that kind of strength? People who aren't safe are scared by it because they use noise to hide how weak they are. The famous Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius told himself every day not to talk more than was necessary. He knew that by being quiet, he could save energy and keep his actions and responses under control. The best revenge is to be unlike the person who hurt you, he wrote. Marcus knew that being able to handle being provoked with silence is a sign of control. Others can brag, share too much, and want to be in the center. Not necessary. Whatever the noise of the world is doing can't touch what you're making. Quiet doesn't mean you're weak. It's really control. Think about it. How often do you feel drawn to someone who is calm and doesn't need to talk all the time? What kind of person is that? Someone who doesn't move or try to show themselves. That silence is powerful and draws people to it. People can tell that they don't have anything to show, and that's a kind of strength that the loud world can't understand. This was known by the most important people in history. They didn't try to get permission. They didn't try to be famous or get noticed. They knew that inner power is what makes you strong. That comes from a strong sense of self that doesn't need approval from other people. It comes from being able to keep your cool, be in the present, and act on purpose. In noisy times, remember this. Power values quiet. There's no need for it to prove itself. There's no need to see it. It just is. That quiet power, which comes from being disciplined and strong inside, is the most powerful thing you can have. Being silent is more than just being quiet. You need to get your energy, attention, and presence back. It has to do with moving on purpose instead of by accident. It has to do with rising without being told to. In a world where everyone is publicizing everything they do, go the other way. Utilize your silence as a defense. Don't say anything. Just move. And when you finally speak, make sure it really sounds like you. Don't share, quit talking, be successful. It's about other people can flood your thoughts and keep you from focusing on your own values and goals. Taking care of these problems takes mental energy that you could be using to grow as a person. Associate with those who will make you a better man, Seneca said. To protect your inner fortress, you must also be smart about the company you keep. Not everyone should be able to see what you think and feel. People who respect your limits and support your good qualities are better for you than people who want to take advantage of your weaknesses or cause trouble. Privacy isn't about being alone. It's about being smart. It means figuring out what is good for your soul and what is bad for it. It means setting limits that protect your mental and physical health. Imagine that your mind is the most important thing you have, like a strong castle with watched gates and thick walls. Only allow what is true, needed, and good to come in. Let your knowledge be your guardian, and your silence be your shield. Protecting your inner fortress makes you stronger to handle the storms that life throws at you. You build up a deep calm that can't be shaken by outside chaos. In a world where people are addicted to sharing too much, protecting your inner world is a strong act of self-respect and long-lasting knowledge. Truth number 13, master the art of quiet victory. In a world that loves noise, oversharing, and changes all the time, learning how to win quietly is a brave, smart thing to do. A quiet victory means reaching your goals, getting through tough times, and growing as a person without bragging about it or looking for praise. It's a sign of real growth and stoic toughness. The great Stoic ruler Marcus Aurelius really got this. He told himself in Meditations to be like the cliff against which the waves break. It stands firm and calms the fury of the water around it. This picture of quiet, unwavering strength shows what quiet success is all about. You survive, you grow, and you succeed, not by making loud statements, but by acting in a steady way. My teacher Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Take it on. What you do is more powerful than what you say." If you share every goal or problem, your work might not be as strong as it could be. It's easy to get hurt, jealous, and distracted when you share too much. It leaves your path open to the thoughts and views of others, which can stop you in your tracks. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little that is poor. It is the man who desires more that is poor." This craving is broken by a quiet win. Self-mastery, success, and internal growth are more satisfying to it than the short-lived praise of others. It takes patience, humility, and discipline to live with quiet success. When no one is looking, you do the hard work. You celebrate your growth alone, and the results speak for themselves. This way of thinking keeps you calm and helps you concentrate. There is more mystery and respect in a quiet win. When people can see your steady growth without having to be told about it all the time, they know you are a serious and honest person. This interests people, makes them respect you, and often leads to more power. Today's society is shaped by social media and the need to be seen and heard. Picking silence and quiet victory is a rebellious act. It fits nicely with the Stoic philosophy of living by virtue without looking for approval from others. So believe in the power of a quiet win. Pay attention to your work, keep the peace, and let your accomplishments speak for themselves. You will find a power and freedom that few people ever reach if you do this. Actions are more valuable than words. Energy is valuable, and private is holy. Don't give your power to people who don't earn it. You get stronger every second you stay quiet. You keep your peace with every secret you keep. Talk less, make more. People should be curious about the man who never yells. And when you do speak, make it clear that you mean it.